Hello everyone, in this video we will understand the process by which software is conceptualized, developed and maintained. This process is known as Software Development Lifecycle or SDLC. There are 7 key points to understand in software development lifecycle which are called phases. Phase 1 planning, phase 2 requirement analysis, phase 3 design, phase 4 implementation or coding, phase 5 testing, phase 6 deployment and phase 7 maintenance. Customer is the key person who has the business idea for application and money to get started. He reaches out to multiple tech companies, then he finds one from them. He contacts with this company owner or project manager, discusses their terms and conditions, signs a deal and accepts the projects. This will move to the next phase, planning the requirements. Product owner and customer together outline the requirements of the applications. Imagine the requirements be some forms, registration, login, logout, dashboard and so on. Throughout this requirement, it goes up with multiple iterations in the course of SDLC through which new requirements and new features will be added. As we outline the requirements, we move to requirement analysis phase. In this phase, different teams comes together to define requirements in more details. After the requirements are analyzed by the team and defined, the product owner takes prime requirements and creates tickets in project management system. From here, we move to design phase of SDLC. The design phase takes all the requirements in order to start the product, color schemes, business rules, user interface, programming languages to use, layouts, frameworks, system server design, database relationships, architecture of the application, different aspects like mobiles, supported browsers and more. Design phase may include business rules, user interface, layouts, color schemes, programming languages to use, frameworks, system server design, database relationships, architecture of the application, different aspects like mobiles, supported browsers and more. Next is implementation and coding the application. The operation teams set up physical hardware for servers, developers start writing code, designers continue planning in user interface, and testers analyze test cases for the plan while designing test cases. If they find something here doesn't even make sense, then help redesign fundamental flaws in the early stages of the application. Next is also an important phase, testing. Why it is important phase? Imagine that the developers finished coding some early features in our requirements, and if user logs out and not clearing the session in browser and another person walks up, uses the computer, clicks the login button or refresh the page and gain access to the account, can access all of their money and start making changes, various things, it will be huge, terrible inexperience if tester doesn't test it thoroughly. What a tester does? Tester validates all the test cases, all functionalities, all the requirements are working as expected and finds as many bugs as they can and uses color schemes, put it in bug tracking system which then assigns to developers where they fix the bug and back to tester. This is called a bug life cycle. Next is deployment phase. Operations team get the staging and get them ready for production, that is install new hardware and servers. Everything is scalable required for the production. This includes setting up the link, databases, servers. Once all these tasks completed, the application go live. This brings us to the final phase of the SDLC, maintenance. Imagine if application becomes successful, getting millions of views, logging in, registering using application. So need to maintain the server, monitor the load and everything so that as many users logging in, it doesn't bring down the system. We need to make larger servers, larger databases to make to use faster computers. So lots of stuff goes on maintenance phase. There may be bugs found in the production called production support. Users will email their issues. You can stop and investigate about the issue, figure it out, get it resolved, and to another deployment to production if issue is fixed. To summarize it, planning, requirement analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployment, maintenance, all these forms a cycle. This cycle is called SDLC. I wrap up the video on SDLC. One last thing, once in maintenance phase, new features and requirements come through, restart the whole process once again and you able to get new stuff added into the existing application. This is the process by which software is conceptualized, developed and maintained. Thanks for watching.